guys, and welcome to Scrap Brat. I am Cindy, and tonight we're going to be talking about two different kinds of journals that I'm making some quick and easy ones for the farmers market that we're having. We're having one at church, and I wanted to be sure to bring something since nothing is actually growing in the garden quite yet. So this one is a very simple, very quick and easy, and can be sold for just a couple of bucks. These would be something that you could make a couple of them for your craft fair, if you do journals, so you could have something a little bit on the inexpensive side. So it's just basically these papers that look like journaling pages, and I took them and I stenciled on the back. Let me show you real quick. I took and stenciled them on the back, so they have something on both sides, and I'm just going to very quickly bind it. I'll leave the tie on the outside of this one so you can tie it closed with it, and it'll just be a quick little, just a little cutesy little journal. Like I said, you can sell those for a couple of bucks, especially if you use digitals, and not like bought scrapbook paper, although these are from the internet, and they were inexpensive when I bought them, and I'm sure you can find something similar on Amazon. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to do another envelope one. This one's a little bit different than the other one that I posted. This one, you take the two envelopes, and let's see here. You take the two envelopes and you put the one, and then we're going to leave the flap on this one. And like this. So it's going to have a little closure for it. So that's what we're going to do with this one. So just like the last one, we're going to have this as our front cover. So we're going to open this one up, and I'm not going to stencil on this one. These were white envelopes, and I didn't have any other green ones the right size. So we're not going to stencil on this one. We're just going to fly by the seat of our pants. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this out of our way. We're going to move this just for a second. And we are going to put our glue stick down. Okay. I'm going to put our glue stick down, and he's going to come back out because he wants to play tonight. Okay. We're going to put a little bit of good glue along the edges. And we're going to take this little guy, and we're going to set him in, and we're going to close it up so we make sure that it closes. You can kind of squish them out if you want. Okay. And how I did this closure to get rid of the gum. Yes, we could cover it up, but quite honestly, I don't want to put too much time in these because I'm trying to sell them for inexpensive, right? We want to have some of those inexpensive items at our booth. So these are just decorative edge scissors, and I just use the gum as a guide, and I'm just going to come along. Kind of round it a little bit on that side, and we're just going to come along and cut that off. And we're going to pitch that. We have no need for that. And you just kind of take it and just go with the whole torn edge look. ink up your envelope on all the little folds. Whoa, whoopsie. That's okay. It's going to add to the rustic charm. Sometimes that happens. Okay. I'm not going to make you guys watch me do all that. I can do it after it's glued together. So we're just going to do that later, except for this. We're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Actually, for this one, no, we're not. You could come in with the paper tape, put a piece of paper tape down it, or washi and glue it down, just to give it a little bit more strength and durability. But for this guy, we are going to, I've already pulled my papers. I've already inked them a little bit. I did not round the corners. I'm not going to round the corners on this one, I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to. And I have no one home tonight. And my dogs are going to start barking. Who knows what she's barking at? There's probably a horse out there or something. Okay. Our Australian Shepherd hates horses because she was nosy with our old donkeys and got bit by our old donkeys. She doesn't really mess with our ones that we've had for a couple of years. She didn't like them at first, but she absolutely despises the horses next door in the field. I don't know why. She's crazy. She's completely crazy. I think I may glue this. If she doesn't stop barking, I may glue this and pause the video and go see what Bluebell's issue is. She's pretty insistent that there's something out there. Okay. Sounds like she came to terms with it. Whatever it is. Okay. So we're going to glue this one in here. And I'm not going to make pockets in this one. So I'm just going to stick some glue in here. Makes it a little bit more durable, I think, if they're kind of glued together. Just a little bit more substantial. Plus, again, try not to spend so much time on them so you don't have to charge so much for them. Plus, if we're trying to get out a, quick gift for your aunt's birthday or a teacher gift or, I don't know, it's your hairdresser's birthday and you forgot. You want to give her a cool looking little journal instead of a birthday card. You want to get it done quick and easy. No muss, no fuss. No, gotta glue this one in. Gotta glue this one in. Okay. Yep. Well, I guess if it was a boogeyman, he went away. Okay. Sorry for the concentration. I'm trying to listen if there's a car going down the drive or anything. I don't hear anything. Surely it's not Amazon. I think it's a little late even for Amazon. Okay, so there is our journal that we are going to do on our back. Oh, goodness. Come on. Oh, stuff's sticky. Super sticky. Put her back on. If I'm not careful, I'm going to have to come back and get that corner. There we go. Okay. Try to get them lined up as even as you can. That one's a little wonky. Oops. It's okay. Wonky still works. Okay. So we are going to set this little dude up underneath our mat so he can dry flat. And we are going to come in. We have this young lady who is basically the same thing, but she's just the two envelopes with the covers glued on there. Okay, and this is her signature. And I did stencil around underneath with a little bit of the same color that I did these guys with. So I'm hoping that that's not too, it's white. I may hit it with a little spray or something. Or just a little antique linen. I think we're just going to go ahead and sew this little guy together. And then that way I can show you how to sew in a signature in case you've never seen it. If you've seen it before, please feel free to fast forward because you don't need to see it. So 1, 2, 3. Scissors. And we're going to take this one. The eye on this one is not as big, but it is sharper and it's thinner, so it goes through a little bit easier. Okay, let's make sure we got him in the middle. We're not going to get out the cradle or anything for this. We're just going to fly by the seat of our britches. We're going to come from the inside because I want the little bow on the inside. Come on. Okay, so let's make sure we're still in the center. We're going to come up here about an inch from the top. Actually, we're going to go a little bit higher. And we're going to go in through the top. Come on. There we go. And then we're going to go all the way down to the bottom, about a 1/2 inch from the base. Come on. There we go. And we're going to come all the way down to the bottom. back through the center hole. Try not to catch our other string, but if we do, it'll be okay. I'll show you how to fix it. Oh, she's not gonna stop. Okay, she is really insistent. So I think I'm going to pause the video. I will be right back. Hopefully, unless the boogeyman gets me. Hold on. Okay. So there was deer in the woods. And yeah, she wanted to go out and chase them. So she got out to chase them for a little bit. Okay. So we have one on either side of our middle string. And we're just going to kind of pull it a little snug and take these guys out of there. And then we're going to go right over left and left over right. Jeweler's knot, square knot. Locks it in there. Just gonna give her a little tug. I'm happy with that. And for this gal, we're just gonna take a piece of fluffy stuff. And I wonder if this will wrap around twice. I don't know. Let's check. Nope. Not so much. May find another piece of it. Give her a little extra fluff. Maybe in some pink. She needs some pink fluff. Oh, come on now. Yeah, maybe make a little band for this one and then decorate it with the fluffy stuff. So that way it's easy to slide on and off for the recipient. But that is that one. Okay, so we have had more than enough time to let this one dry, I believe. Yes. He feels nice and dry. So we are going to take our couple of sheets of our tea-dyed paper. And, ooh, this one, I almost cut them. Okay, let's see if we do them this way. That'll work. That'll work, I think. I'm just going to cut off a little bit. Let's see how much we're going to cut off. We're going to cut them to right around in there. Okay, so we're going to cut them right about there. And, oops, we're going to do it this way. Just going to hit it with our, just because I don't want white edges. That may not show up on camera, but it does make a difference. It does make a difference, I promise. Okay, I may fold. These are going to be all kinds of wonky stuff in here, I think. That's what we're going to go for. I believe so. We're going to do the same thing with these guys. And we're going to have to make sure our binding's nice and tight on this one. And we're going to go one that way and one that way. And then we're going to go that one that way. And then we're going to go that, whatever that is. And that. And we're going to do the long one that way. And that. that, and we're gonna go, nope, go back the other way, that way. And we're gonna sew this guy in. And I probably will come back and put pockets and maybe a couple of little pieces in these. Not a lot, but just enough to maybe get somebody started in junk journaling. You know, they see these little things and they're like, ooh, and this is not overwhelming for somebody like an entire journal would be. You know, this is something that could get somebody started and really get them interested in it without overwhelming them while they're doing it. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Probably doesn't need to be that long because we're gonna make this one a really tight binding. Oh, and I used the big needle. That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and push it through here. Possibly. There we go. And try and get this lined up where I want it. I'm gonna kind of get him even and just push him through. And are we wanting it on the outside or the inside? Let's go on the outside. Okay. Come on. There we go. And then we're gonna come really tight, Cindy, really tight. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Right about here. Come on. Please come through the right spot. You're kind of wanting to. There we go. And then we're going to go through that hole. Okay. And then we're going to come down here about the same distance. I'm afraid I'm not going to hit the papers. There we will. And we're going to push him through. Oh, my goodness. There we go. All right, y'all. And we're going to kind of sneakily trying to pull it out and push it in at the same time. Didn't quite work for me now, did it? Okay, so we're coming all the way down. Okay. Got a little bit of a tail. Okay, and we're going to come out through here. Try not to catch our other string. I don't think we did. And then we're going to try to come out through here without catching our other string, and on the opposite side of our guy. And then we're going to take our little binding clips off. We're going to come down. Just going to give him a little tug, not too snug. We're going to have to pull this in here. A little bit better. A little bit better. Okay, and I can't pull it too awful crazy because this is just an envelope. Okay, but is that tight? That looks tight. So we're just gonna go ahead and tie our little knot. And I'm gonna leave this rustic little guy just hanging. And I will come back through here and put a little Velcro dot on him, and then he will be a little journal. Maybe we'll throw a couple of little pieces of ephemera in there, and he'll have a little closure and be ready for somebody to start. Maybe throw a little mushroom on there because I think it needs something. Definitely needs something. So that is about what we have for today. And hopefully you try to make some of these little envelope journals that I'm posting, and hopefully you get to share some and share the joy. So yeah, just wanted to say thanks to each and every single one of you, all my new subscribers. And if you're not subscribed yet, feel free to do so. I do lots of things with Create on the Cheap, and with us doing this farmers market, I'm going to be doing a lot of kind of quick, easy, express things that you can do when you don't really have time to do a craft fair, but you want to have something inexpensive for people to purchase. So yeah, just wanted to share and say you guys go out and spread the joy today and love one another. And much love, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.